You probably keep black pepper right next to the salt. You use it just for flavor, but putting a tiny pinch into your daily tea transforms it into a powerful tool against stubborn weight. If you wake up with heavy legs or a foggy brain, your body is struggling to burn fuel. Researchers and traditional nutritional knowledge agree. Black pepper contains an active compound called piperine. Think of piperine as a sudden spark. It turns up your internal stove. It helps melt away stored energy. But most people make a massive mistake. They drop it into boiling water. This destroys the active compound instantly. Stay with me. At the end of the video, I will show you the exact 2-minute preparation method to preserve its benefits, plus one crucial ingredient to protect your stomach. As we cross the age of 55, a frustrating shift happens. We look in the mirror, we notice our clothes fitting a little tighter. We feel a strange heaviness in our limbs. We often blame our slowing metabolism on getting older. We accept weight gain around the middle. We think chronic fatigue is just normal. Many people accept this exhaustion as a normal part of getting older, but your biology actually says otherwise. Your body is not broken. It is not failing you. It is just operating like a sleeping stove. Imagine a traditional wood-burning stove. It has kept a house warm for decades. It has always worked perfectly. But over the years, ash slowly builds up. It fills the corners. The vital airflow gets completely blocked. When you eat a meal, you put fresh wood into the stove. You expect it to burn, but the stove cannot breathe. The fire cannot start. The wood just sits there in the dark. It turns into unburned fuel. Your body does not know what to do with it, so it stubbornly packs this wasted fuel away. It stores it as dense fat. It gathers around your waist. It sits heavily on your hips. It makes your legs feel like lead. This is exactly why you feel that heavy mid-afternoon slump. Think about a standard Tuesday afternoon. You wake up feeling a bit stiff. You eat a perfectly sensible breakfast. You try to do the right things for your health. But by 11 in the morning, you feel sluggish. You eat a modest lunch. You have a healthy salad. Or maybe you have a light sandwich. But by 3 o'clock, a heavy wave hits you. Your eyelids feel incredibly heavy. You cannot focus on your tasks. You feel a chill in your hands. You suddenly crave sweet snacks. You reach for a biscuit. You reach for a sugary coffee. This is the classic sign of a sleeping internal stove. Your body is screaming for quick energy. It cannot access the healthy food you just ate. You might think the answer is eating less. You might try to starve yourself. You might skip meals. But you do not need to starve yourself. Starving yourself just shuts the stove down completely. It makes you feel colder. It makes you feel weaker. You just need a specific spark. This is where black pepper steps in. It acts as the perfect natural kindling. It gently wakes up your digestion. It signals your stomach to prepare for food. Suddenly, the vital airflow is restored. The fire catches in the stove. Your body shifts from storing fuel to actively burning it. You feel warm again. You feel a steady flow of energy. Your food becomes useful fuel once more. You stop craving sugar at 3 o'clock. You feel lighter on your feet. But here is what nobody tells you. Waking up your internal stove is wonderful, but if you just sprinkle pepper on your dinner, you miss the biggest benefit. Black pepper does not just work alone. It's a master key. We call it a nutrient unlocker. You see, a good quality tea is packed with brilliant natural defenders. These defenders protect your body against daily wear and tear. They support your natural daily detox process. They help keep your joints moving smoothly. They help keep your mind sharp. They protect your vision. But as we age, our digestion naturally slows down. Our gut struggles to absorb these complex defenders. The doors in your digestion become slightly rusted. They don't open as easily as they used to. You can drink the most expensive tea in the world. You can buy rare green tea leaves. You can steep them perfectly. But if your gut cannot absorb the goodness, it's useless. It simply passes straight through you. It ends up in the toilet. You waste your money entirely. You waste your daily effort. You get absolutely zero reward for your healthy habit. Black pepper completely changes these rules. It gently opens the locked doors in your digestion. It oils the hinges. It allows those large beneficial nutrients to enter your blood. It also does something else remarkable. Your liver naturally wants to flush things out quickly. It works like a rapid filter. But pepper gently slows this filter down. It gives your body much more time to absorb the defenders. Studies show a massive difference. When black pepper is combined with certain nutrients, it boosts absorption immensely. It forces your body to absorb the goodness. It stops your body from flushing it away. Yes, black pepper is the ultimate nutrient unlocker, but this incredible multiplier effect only happens under one strict condition. The pepper must be biologically active. If the pepper is stale, it does absolutely nothing. This is where almost everyone unknowingly sabotages their own efforts. Go into your kitchen right now, open your spice cupboard, look for your black pepper. You likely have a small plastic shaker of pre-ground pepper.
It sits right there on the shelf. It is highly convenient. It is very cheap to buy. It is easy to shake over a plate of eggs. But from a nutritional perspective, it is essentially dead. Think about how that powder is made. The pepper is ground up in a massive factory. It loses its natural protection immediately. The hard outer shell is violently broken. The precious oils are exposed to the air. It sits in a massive warehouse for months. Then it sits on a brightly lit supermarket shelf. The air quickly dries the oils out. Within just a few short weeks, the delicate, fat-fighting oils evaporate. They simply vanish into the room. By the time you bring it home, it is ruined. That pre-ground powder is just sad gray dust. It will give you a faint hint of flavor. It might make you sneeze, but it contains virtually zero metabolism-boosting benefits. The vital spark is completely gone. You are just sprinkling dead wood into your stove. To truly harness this spice, it must be freshly cracked. You must use whole peppercorns. You must grind them directly into your waiting cup. The hard shell of the peppercorn protects the golden oils. It acts like a tiny, secure vault. It keeps the air and light out. The exact moment you twist the grinder, you break the vault. You release those benefits at their absolute peak potency. Write in the comments, do you buy these plastic shakers? Freshly cracked pepper is absolutely vital for this to work. But not all whole peppercorns are created equal. Next time you're at the store, look closely. Go to the spice aisle. You will see small glass jars of whole black peppercorns. Pick the jar up and examine it. Look at the little black spheres inside. They should be dark, hard, and uniform in size. If you want the absolute best results, look for telecherry peppercorns. These specific peppercorns are left on the vine much longer. They grow much larger than normal ones. They hold significantly more of that vital spark inside. They have a richer, deeper oil content. Avoid the cheapest bags of mixed broken peppercorns. If the shells are already damaged in the bag, the goodness has leaked out. You also need a proper tool to unlock them. Do not use those cheap disposable plastic grinders. You know, the ones that come pre-filled from the supermarket. The plastic blades dull very quickly. They crush the pepper unevenly. They often leave large chunks in your drink. Invest in a simple, sturdy grinder. Look for one with a ceramic mechanism. A ceramic grinder slices the peppercorn cleanly. It does not crush it blindly. It releases the maximum amount of fresh oil and sends that oil straight into your cup. It is a simple, one-time purchase. It will serve you daily health for decades. We will get to that dangerous boiling water mistake I mentioned earlier, but first, let's look at the dose. You have the right peppercorns, you have a good grinder, but how much should you actually use? This is a very common trap. People hear that an ingredient is good for them, so they use a massive spoonful. They think more is always better. They think a burning mouth means it is working. More is never better with strong spices. Just one extra pinch turns it from a daily benefit into a heavy load. It can completely ruin your drink. It can upset your stomach. Let me give you the exact safe measurement. You need just 1 or 2 gentle twists of your grinder. This equals roughly 1/8 of a teaspoon. That is it. That tiny, precise amount provides exactly enough spark. It stimulates your digestion perfectly. It unlocks the trapped nutrients. It does all this without causing heartburn. It does not irritate your throat.
It is a gentle nudge for your body. It is not a violent shove. Yes, 1/8 of a teaspoon is the perfect dose. But the vehicle you use to deliver this spice is just as important. If you put it in the wrong drink, you ruin the effect. Tell me in the comments, what is your absolute favorite daily tea? You must pair your freshly ground pepper with the right foundation. Plain, high-quality green tea is an excellent choice. It is packed with natural defenders. These defenders desperately need the pepper to unlock them. If you do not like green tea, you have a brilliant alternative. Use fresh ginger. Go to the produce section, buy a firm, fresh ginger root. Take it home and cut a slice. Make it the size of a small coin. You do not even need to peel it. Just drop that single slice into your mug. Pour your hot water over it. Ginger is naturally warming. It soothes the stomach beautifully. It calms the digestive tract. When you add your freshly cracked black pepper to this ginger water, magic happens. The two ingredients work together perfectly. The pepper multiplies the soothing effects of the ginger. It creates a powerful, comforting morning drink. Chamomile tea is another fantastic option for the late afternoon. The pepper helps your body absorb the calming properties of the chamomile much faster. And this is where the biggest mistake happens. You must strictly avoid one specific type of drink. Never pair black pepper with heavily processed fruit teas. You know the ones I mean. They come in bright pink boxes. They smell intensely like artificial candy. They are full of synthetic flavorings. They are packed with chemical sweeteners. Remember that black pepper is an uncompromising multiplier. It fiercely forces your body to absorb whatever it is paired with. If you put it into a brightly colored artificial tea, you create a problem. The pepper will simply amplify the junk. It will force your body to absorb whatever it is paired with. If you put it into a brightly colored artificial tea, you create a problem. The pepper will simply amplify the junk. It will force your body to absorb those artificial additives much faster. It brings an unnecessary burden directly into your system. Your liver has to work twice as hard to clear it out. Stick to natural, plain, single-ingredient teas. Keep it simple, keep it natural. Let us look at a typical example. This shows how this simple spice changes daily lives. Imagine a 62-year-old man named David. David decides it is finally time to take control of his vitality. He wants more energy to play with his grandchildren. He wants to walk in the park without feeling exhausted. He reads numerous articles about the wonderful benefits of plain green tea. He goes to the store, he buys a premium brand, he carefully brews a cup every single morning. He drinks it diligently for 6 whole months. He desperately hopes to shrink his expanding waistline. He wants to soothe his stiff knees. He wants to feel lighter on his feet. He does everything by the book, yet half a year later he steps on the bathroom scales. He sees absolutely 0 changes. His knees still feel stiff when he walks up the stairs. His morning brain fog remains as thick and frustrating as ever. Why did this happen? It is not because the green tea was faulty. It is not because the natural defenders are a myth. It is because his older digestive system simply was not absorbing the tea's active benefits. His internal stove was still fast asleep. It was choked with ash. The locked doors in his gut remained firmly closed. Then David makes one tiny adjustment to his morning routine. It is almost effortless. The day he starts cracking fresh black pepper directly into his morning cup, everything shifts. The pepper acts as the much-needed kindling. His digestion gently wakes up. The trapped nutrients finally cross into his blood. Within a matter of weeks, his morning brain fog lifts completely. He feels a sudden surge of sustained, reliable energy. He stops feeling that heavy, sluggish slump after breakfast. He did not change his entire diet. He did not start a punishing exercise routine. He just added a highly precise spark to his morning tea. This small change allowed his body to finally use the tools he was giving it. We're getting closer to the exact morning routine you need to follow. This brings us directly to the crucial promise I made to you at the start. You have the right tea, you have the fresh pepper, you have the exact dose, but if you drop it in right now, you will ruin the entire cup. The single biggest mistake people make is treating freshly ground pepper like a robust tea bag. They boil the kettle, they pour the furiously bubbling water directly into their favorite mug, then they immediately grind the pepper on top. Stop doing this today.
Never put black pepper into rapidly boiling water. Water at 100 degrees is far too violent. It is far too aggressive for this delicate spice. The extreme, unyielding heat instantly scorches the active compounds. It vaporizes the volatile oils right into the air. You can actually smell the goodness leaving the cup and floating away. It completely destroys the active metabolic spark before the cup even reaches your lips. You are left holding a harsh, bitter drink. It offers absolutely no internal benefits. Your effort is wasted. The solution is remarkably simple, but it requires a little bit of daily patience. Here is exactly what you do. Once your kettle has finished boiling, pour the hot water over your tea bag or pour it over your fresh ginger slice, but do not add the pepper just yet. Leave the grinder sitting on the kitchen counter. Let the hot water sit completely undisturbed. Set a timer for 3 full minutes. Allow the water to cool slightly. Bring the temperature down to a gentle, safe, and manageable level. Only then should you reach for your grinder. Add your 1 or 2 twists of fresh black pepper. The water is still hot enough to brew the tea perfectly, but it is no longer hot enough to destroy the delicate pepper oils. This 3-minute rule is the absolute secret to keeping the spark alive. But there is one final, strictly non-negotiable step to this daily ritual. Black pepper is incredibly potent. On an empty morning stomach, it can sometimes cause a mild burning sensation. You want smooth energy, not an upset stomach. Furthermore, the active spark in pepper desperately needs a carrier. It needs a transport vehicle. This vehicle moves it smoothly through your digestion and directly to where your body needs it. Water alone cannot do this. You need a specific type of carrier. You need fat. To prevent any stomach discomfort and to guarantee maximum absorption, you must add a tiny drop of healthy fat. This acts as a protective buffer. You have a few excellent options for this fat carrier. You can add half a teaspoon of raw, unrefined coconut oil. Coconut oil melts instantly in the warm tea and it provides a brilliant, smooth texture. If you do not like coconut, you can add a small splash of high-quality whole milk. A splash of real, unsweetened almond milk works beautifully too. Even a tiny sliver of grass-fed butter is excellent. This tiny addition acts as a soothing, protective shield for your stomach. It physically grabs on to the active pepper molecules. It carries the metabolic benefits directly into your system. It ensures you get the maximum reward with absolutely zero discomfort. It also makes the tea taste incredibly rich and smooth. It cuts through any bitterness, and it leaves a wonderful, warming sensation in your chest.
Food is your body's best friend. You just have to learn how to communicate with it properly. You do not need to endure complicated, highly restrictive diets. You do not need exhausting, painful exercise routines just to feel vibrant and alive again. A simple, everyday spice can change everything. Prepared with a little bit of knowledge and respect, it can completely change how your body processes fuel. It can change your entire day. It can turn a sluggish, sleepy metabolism into a warm, active furnace. It can give you back the energy you thought was gone forever. Try this simple protocol for yourself. Make it your new morning habit. Tomorrow morning, boil your water. Brew your plain green tea or your fresh ginger slice. Let it cool patiently for 3 full minutes. Add just 1 gentle twist of fresh black pepper from a ceramic grinder. Stir in a tiny drop of coconut oil or a splash of whole milk. Sip it slowly. Enjoy the warming ritual. See how much lighter you feel by lunchtime. Notice how your mind feels sharper and clearer. Notice how that heavy, miserable afternoon slump completely disappears. Your internal stove is finally awake. It is burning brightly. You are finally getting the energy you deserve from the food you eat. This information is strictly educational to support your daily vitality. Never change your doctor's medical treatment without their consent. If this topic interested you, you will love this one too. Chia seeds in water. Why this gel hydrates you better than plain water. Thank you for your time today. I wish you excellent health.